no strain. Running to me, then it's dang. It's all you little niggas need to know. Ooh, what? First nigga put triggers in the hood. Blowing from the brush, nigga blowing on good. White out black, but I fuck with the wood. I'm an open book, make shit a little easy. Chose you all was good, misunderstood. Why was on one acting like they don't need? This is the main reason why we getting cooked. Ain't no tool, I'ma go into it. My name in your mouth, yeah, go into it. I was in the trap house with your bitch, better break up, say no, man, I already won. I'm a whole hand out with a new nigga, might well get some money around, out with the music. River standing in the mirror with a blue do-rag, cause the little crook, now we all wearing Louis. Ooh.
Pocket full of racks, got 2 sticks in the car, 8 ball in my pocket. Haters talking down like a nigga won't pop it.
Listen, I'm finna talk my shit on here. Same old shit. Different day, same old shit. Different day, same old shit. They definitely try to do you like Ricky. As soon as you get some shit going for yourself, and y'all know what they did with Ricky. Shot that nigga in the motherfucking back. I'm finna help y'all though. Y'all know every time I talk my same old shit, it help y'all more and more. Exactly. Tell somebody to tell somebody that lady lied. But make sure you tell them the disclaimer's still the same. That lady lied. Same shit. Same I don't give a fucks. Same triggering ass shit. Same don't nobody care about y'all feelings. Same we don't give a fuck about feelings over facts on this page. Same nobody gives a damn whether you like me or not. We on this bitch. We on this bitch. I'm gonna say this though first, right? First things first. Shout out to all of y'all that's been supporting the mini podcasts that y'all been seeing me on, because there has been many. If you haven't seen the latest one, go look up on YouTube, Relax and Take Notes. That was a very enlightening interview that was done with me. It was one of the ones where I went very far in depth on a lot of shit with our people. But I'm gonna say this on this live, right? And shout out to y'all that's been supporting the Big Facts interview as well, because that bitch went too. Let me say this first, right? And it's just to help y'all kind of get over this little phase where y'all tired of people, right? That's what I'm saying this for. So any of y'all that be listening to learn, this thing that I'm about to explain is to help y'all with this whole thing where you guys are getting tired of people, right? So there is this concept when you get grown, like real grown, not the grown y'all talking about, not the grown where, you know, because you got fucked raw, or you done had a few babies or a baby, because you live in your own space and, you know, run the rat race every day, the 9 to 5 to, you know, pay somebody for your basic level necessities. Not that kind of grown. The grown that's profound in regards to your mental, where you kind of have a psychological grip on yourself in the way the world works, right? You've learned to accept and maneuver through with some integrity and some excitement and some respect for the way that things are, right? The grown, right? When you get grown, you realize titles, whether it's my relatives, or rather it's because we had a child, or rather it's because we work at a company and you have a certain title or position, right? These things don't trump, rather, or not, right? The person takes you serious or not, respects you or not, deals with you the way you want to or not, right? Listens to you or not, compromises with you or not. I'm gonna keep going, but I'm just letting y'all catch up for a second, right? Titles, your status that you know, perceive that you have in somebody's life does not matter, right? More than what that person is interested in, right? Your title, I'm gonna say this shit again because I know some of y'all, it's taking y'all a second for y'all to catch up, right? Your title and what you believe you are to yourself, to the situation, to the family, to the world, that shit does not matter more than what the people are interested in when dealing with you. Y'all understand that? This is when you become profoundly grown. Like some different compartments in your brain open up when you realize this genuinely, right? Because there is then, you know, I realize it, and then now I have to come to grips with being okay with this. I'm saying this because a lot of y'all, you tired of people, right? You tired of people, and tired turns into bitter. I just want y'all to know that before I go any further, right? So a lot of y'all, you are a bitter bitch, right? You are a bitter ass nigga. Your tired turned into bitter. And part of that is because you don't really understand, nor do you want to accept if you do understand. So there's the side where some of y'all don't understand this. There's a side where you do understand this. You just don't like it and don't want to accept it. But it's the way that the world works, right? You've gotten so tired of not understanding because it makes you feel some type of way, or understanding and not wanting it to be so, right? That you become bitter, right? So it's a lot of y'all, you're bitter because you're tired. Right? You're tired of shit not working out the way you want it to. You're tired of people not viewing you the way you believe that they should view you. You're tired of motherfuckers not listening to you the way that you feel they should listen. You sick of people not taking the stance with you that you feel they should take based on your title or your position in their life. Right? Here go the grown part. Right? The grown part of this is, not only do I understand that whatever my title is or whatever I perceive myself to be does not matter more than what that person is interested in treating me as or interested in believing about me. It's all about what their perception is of our dealings or what I am to them, right? It's not about mine. My perception of things determines how I look at and how I treat things. It does not determine how other people look at me or how they will treat me. So the grown part comes in when you realize this is just the way the world works, because it's made up of different people that come from different backgrounds, that were raised with different beliefs, and we are all mixed in this salad, right? And so when we talk about the grown part, it's me understanding that this is a beautiful chaos, right? This is a thing where I don't have to like it, but I do have to embrace it, and I do have to get an understanding of how to maneuver through the world while accepting it. Because it's a lot of me upsetting myself, me bitter because I perceive that things should be a certain way and they're not. And here go to ghetto reality. And I'm saying ghetto reality because I'm going to break this shit down very simple. Nobody don't give a fuck because you they mama. Nobody don't give a damn because you they daddy. Nobody gives a fuck that you the baby mama. Nobody gives a fuck that you the baby daddy. No one gives a fuck that you the supervisor over there. Nobody cares that you've been the friend around for 5 or 6 years. Only you give a fuck about that, right? What matters is, right, does the person perceive the actions and the things that you are around for of enough interest for them to move a certain way with it? Nobody gives a fuck about the title part, right? If you are titled up and in the same building as me, if you are not interesting to me in the areas that I give a fuck about, I'm not going to give a fuck about your titles. So I'll use myself as an example, right? I give a fuck about my people. I give a fuck about culture. I give a fuck about financial literacy. I give a fuck about understanding the banking system and multiple streams of income and leveraging credit. I give a fuck about children having both parents. I give a fuck about breaking generational curses. I give a fuck. I'm interested in these things. I give a fuck about self-educating. I give a fuck about reading every day. I give a fuck about meditating. I give a fuck about exercise and eating healthy. I give a fuck about these things, right? And the list goes on a little bit longer about the things I give a fuck about, right? Outside of those things, I don't give a fuck if you was the president of the United States. You're not going to matter to me more than the things that I'm genuinely interested in. The stuff that I am attracted to. It's not hard to understand. I'm giving it to y'all very hood and very ghetto. No one gives a fuck because you come in the room and announce yourself as such. We are only attracted to, we only entertain, we only give respect to, we only fuck with the stuff that aligns with what we're interested in. If it don't align, I don't give a fuck. So you could come in with your 90 gold medals or your 10 years of fucking on a nigga or your status of having 8 babies from this particular person, or the fact that you used to be married to them, or the fact that you was working at this job for 7 years, or the fact that you made $92,000 back in 92. You can come with all your accolades, your titles, your all of that. If it don't align in this season with what I'm interested in, your ass gonna get treated like you ain't got now title, now accolade, now motherfucking accomplishment. Nobody gives a fuck. I'm trying to save y'all self. A lot of psychological conflict, a lot of, you know, mental chaos, right? I'm trying to save y'all from some of the mental health issues y'all got, because you're slow on understanding this, right? Nobody gives a fuck that you feel like you're valid. If the other person is not interested in you in that way, in regards to what you say you valid for, bitch, you ain't valid to them. You can be everything to yourself. You can be every bit of what you feel you are. You can be every bit of what matches your accomplishments to you. The minute you start mixing with other people, you only valuable in the spaces that spark or peak or align with their interests. What they're interested in, what they're attracted to, determines what they move a certain way with. Do y'all understand this? Before I go any further, do y'all understand this? I had to say it. I had to say it. Because I'm sick of y'all. Exactly. And some of y'all, you done ran yourself crazy, and this is why you bitter. You tired. You tired. You've been tired for so long, the tired ain't tired no more. It's bitter, bitch. It's bitter, my nigga. It's bitter because you can't accept that you are not in control of other people's views of you. Some of y'all done broke up with people, got back together, told them the story, retold the story, jumped around, ran around the bush, ran up a tree, came back down, fought them, stole, beat them up, made them apologize, did this, married them, divorced them, fucked them, unfucked them. Like y'all done did all this shit, and them people's view gonna be their view. Their view is going to be their view. Y'all understand that? You causing yourself all these issues. I'm just looking at y'all like y'all looking at me. Making sure the shit done soaked in so far. 100%. 100%. But I told you when I started, I'm trying to help y'all with y'all a problem where y'all tired of people. Y'all sick of people. How somebody just said, I hate humans. I'm trying to help you with that. Because when you grow the fuck up, you will realize interacting with humans is a beautiful thing. You just don't know how to accept that you can't control other people. That's what makes you dislike people. You will learn to love people when you realize this is normal, this is okay. I don't need to be in control of their view. How I view myself, what I go into situations with the intent to do, is what I need to worry about. Other people's intentions and what they believe and their perception and what they're interested in, that is them. That is under their control. Trying to help y'all out mentally. This is grown shit. A lot of y'all, you at that point, if I could just get in front of him, if I could just get on the phone with her, they got to introduce me. I need to meet her. We need to talk about this. This need to happen with this. Come over here. I'm finna show you this. Did you read my message? I'm just trying to see. Don't call me unless you're trying to, bruh. You can run around the bush 10 times. If a motherfucker feel like you ain't shit in regards to their interests, the way that they view things, the beliefs they have from how they was raised, you ain't shit. Give a damn what you tell yourself. This is why I'm saying titles, accolades, accomplishments, and all. You gotta be okay, right? You gotta be okay with the fact that the way the world works is that people have their own minds, they're entitled to their own perceptions, and you are not in control of their views, their actions, their intentions, or even their perception of you. Yes, I am accepting mentees into my mentorship program. There are only a couple spots left, and then the people that are already in my mentorship program, they are being given the invitation to extend their membership. So if you get the opportunity to get in, definitely get in. Exactly. But I'm gonna tell you something. It ain't about what fits them or what fits you. I want y'all to really understand, because I'm not talking about that, although that is true, that different things fit different people, right? Even if you're in the same store, everything in this store is not gonna fit me that fits you. But that's not what I'm talking about. What I'm trying to explain to y'all is that people are going to respect what is, respect what is attractive and interesting and aligns with their beliefs. And it does not matter if the titles or the history or the things that you come with to validate why you should be looked at a certain way is solid or not. The person is going to go with whatever matches what they're interested in. So, for example, you could be very skilled in one particular area in your life, right? And that could be a fact. But if that particular area, if the knowledge you have is not interesting or seen as of value, right, to another person that you're trying to make respect or see it of value, you're not going to be able to do that. Do y'all understand what I'm explaining? A lot of y'all, you struggling. You're struggling mentally to come to grips with reality. This is the mental shit behind when people tell you, you got to worry about yourself, right? And when I say worry about yourself, what I mean is understand very clearly how you view you, how you perceive your life and your reputation is only your view. A lot of y'all don't even realize even your children will one day grow up and they will take on exactly what I'm saying on this live. And you will beat yourself to death, drive yourself crazy, trying to maintain a certain mother or father image or view or untainted reputation with this child that the world in life, in their experiences, in their own brain is going to teach them to not go with. Trying to help some of y'all not be bitter. Like even y'all own children are going to grow up and they're going to realize what you are. But when they realize what you are, it's not going to be the what you are that you feel like you are. It's going to be the what you are that they know you to be based on their experience with you. And every one of their experiences with you that you were involved in are different than how you perceive them. This is why a lot of y'all can't understand why your child gets older and they don't listen to you anymore. It's not because you're no longer mom or dad. That's still your title. That will always be your title, right? Just based on the science behind things, right? But their perception and their view of how they listen to you, how they respect what you say and what you have going on, how they interact with you, what boundaries they have, what boundaries they don't have, how far they push the envelope with you, how they talk to you, how they talk about you when you're not around. Those things are not up to you. That's from the person processing what they've been through. You're not them. So you won't be able to process it for them and, you know, control or be in charge of their view or their actions. Some of y'all don't understand this. This is why you're running yourself crazy to the point where you're tired and bitter. Just looking at y'all like y'all looking at me. A lot of y'all older folk, this is why you can't understand, like for the life of you, why everybody not coming over your house and congregating and listening to you like they used to. As the world evolves, as people have their own experiences, as their mind awakens more and more as they get older, they do not view the same shit as valuable that they did when they didn't know the stuff that they know now. Do y'all understand what I'm explaining? 100%. And some of y'all, you are not in reality. You're not. With these relationships, with business, with family, with friends, you're not in reality. No one gives a fuck that you're the mom. No one gives a fuck that you're the dad. No one gives a fuck that you're the baby mama. No one gives a fuck that you're the baby daddy. No one gives a fuck that you're the supervisor or the boss. No one gives a fuck that you're the elected official. No one gives a fuck that you're the officer, the teacher, the this, the that. No one gives a fuck but you about that. Everybody else gives a fuck about the things that spark their interest and benefits them. The stuff that aligns with settling them emotionally, making them feel more psychologically sound, right? With what they believe is important. Do y'all understand this? Is it clicking for y'all? Did anybody not get what I'm saying? Now, Tia, don't read no book. Receive what I'm saying. Don't go off into book titles right now. Stay in present time. No one gives a fuck about what you believe you are. People are only interested in the stuff that aligns with what they're interested in. Their beliefs, what they're attracted to, the stuff that they feel like matters. Do y'all understand this? Stay in present time. Don't go off into, well, what do we need to do to fix it? Oh, I'm telling you on this live what you need to do. Accept reality. Ain't no shit to go read. Ain't no stuff to go do. Accept reality on this point. Don't veer off. Control your mind. Stay in this moment. Set aside your feelings. Nobody gives a fuck about what you believe you are. Accept that. What you are to you matters heavily to you. Everything else about other people, it's about what matters to them. So, for example, if I'm a nigga and what matters to me is pussy, it does not matter that you believe you're more valuable than your pussy. All I see value in is pussy. You got that, bitch? So you can sleep with me, you can interact with me, you can live with me, you can try to be nice to me, you can say that you want to get married with me, you can bear my children. If what I see interest and value in is your cat, bitch, that's what you valuable for. I don't give a fuck what you tell yourself you valuable for. You don't have to stick around to be involved in what I'm interested in or, you know, my perspective or my view of you, but that's what it is, bitch. If I'm a female and I say all I'm interested in is a nigga that got a bunch of money, that can pay my bills and take me places, then that's all it is, my nigga. You can have all these other things going on. If from my perspective, that is what I believe to be interesting and valuable, and it aligns with my beliefs, that's all the fuck you gonna get interest out of me in. So you can fix stuff, you can build things, you can propose to me, you can stick around, you can do all this extra stuff. I'm telling you, all I'm interested in is what the fuck you could buy me. That's what it is. Is it clicking for y'all? You know I'm gonna go deeper. Is it clicking? I could be y'all child, right? And you can believe as mama, I struggled. I raised you by myself. I sacrificed. If all I'm interested in right now as the young adult is getting what I can get to be able to start my life, nobody gives a fuck about all them struggles you talking about, bitch. Those was your choices. All I'm interested in right now is you going to give me the $500 a night to go to the concert. If you're not, I don't give a fuck. Don't care. These are my interests. This is what I believe in this moment, in this season, is valuable. I'm trying to find somebody to put a car in my name. You believe that you're more valuable than what I'm talking about right now. Wonderful. You may be great. You want to teach me about credit. You want to go over these other things. I want you to co-sign, bitch. Are you going to co-sign or not? It's all I'm interested in. Y'all catching my drift? Doesn't mean you're wrong for feeling like you're more valuable than being a co-signer. Right now, in this season of my life, bitch, if you can't co-sign, you ain't shit. You ain't shit. Is you co-signing for the vehicle or not, ho? Because if you ain't no different than a homeless man on the corner. You're nothing to me. Skirt. I don't got no money. No change. No nothing. Bye, bitch. Is it clicking for y'all? In this moment, receive this. You can be the boss on the job. You've been here longer than me, right? You put in so much time. The company views you a certain way. Wonderful. If I'm here to try to land your position or a certain position, I don't give a fuck about how much blood, sweat, and tears you put in. Nigga, I want your job. So when I come in, motherfucker, it's game on. Bitch, I'ma tell HR some shit. Motherfucker, you better not let me make it to this motherfucker earlier than you. I'ma show out when your boss around to make it look like I can do that position better than you can. I don't give a fuck because you believe you the most qualified. All I'm interested in is getting that motherfucking spot. So you can join me on lunch and tell me all your secrets and past dealings with the company. I'm interested in what I'm interested in. Whatever aligns with my beliefs. I believe I can do that job better than you. And I heard about what they pay you, motherfucker, so I want it. Come on, go on break with me. Everything you tell me is going to be about whether I can utilize it for what I'm interested in. Not what the fuck you're interested in or what you believe the situation to be perceived as. Tell me more. Is it clicking for y'all? When you understand this, you will stop trying to persuade people, right? Outside of your intimate relationship, your household, to view you the way that you believe that you should be viewed, and you will start, right? You will start trying to just have a clear understanding of what the people that are valuable in your life, what their perception is, what they have you around for, what you have them around for, so that you guys can give and take. Give and take. Give and take and grow. Give and take and grow. Do y'all understand what I'm explaining? The idea is to understand people's interests, their views on things, and not try to change them, but to understand, is this person valuable or not? Y'all doing too much with your own self. You're doing too much trying to convince, too much trying to influence outside of the realm of which you're supposed to influence. You making yourself bitter. For those of us that understand this, it's aggravating. Because we know you putting out energy just down the drain. It's not going to go anywhere. It be a lot of y'all, you believe, well, I'm the baby mama, so y'all going to have to respect my position. No, we're not. No, we're not. We don't have to respect anything. We don't have to talk to you, look at you, fuck with you, smell you, think about you, feel you, listen to you. No, we don't. We don't. We do not. People live their lives based on what they're interested in. If you are not operating in the realm in which lines up with what someone is interested in, they don't gotta do a fuck thing regardless of what you told yourself. Contrary to what a lot of y'all believe, most of us as adults are moving through the world the best way we know how, trying to make it with finances and stay the fuck out of jail. Simple. Anything past that, it's hard to get people to give a fuck. I'm trying to make it with finances, right? Flourish with the things that I'm able to buy, own, build, earn, and stay the fuck out of these fucking police ass people faces. Simple. Y'all so horny and caught up in, I got to talk to them. They need to understand this. You need to listen to me. You need to know. No. You ain't no drawing no line at no fucking baby mama. This go for everything. You could keep telling yourself whatever you want to tell yourself. Nobody gives a fuck. Do you understand that? I'm telling you, as we the people of the world, you view yourself on some sort of pedestal or some sort of great title. People in the world do not put you on any sort of pedestal or give a fuck about your title unless it aligns with what they're interested in. That's why so many of y'all behind in the world. You too busy running around trying to beg or make or, force people to interact with you the way that you feel that they should interact. And this is why you tired. This is why you washed up. This is why you bitter. This is why you're unrealistic. This is why you living life out of reality. Because this is the way the world works. This is the way it fucking works. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. At the end of the day, people don't give a fuck. Y'all so caught up in titles and statuses and positions, y'all not even realizing, if you look at what's happening in the world, half of y'all don't view people, that had the same title in your life, your whole life, the same way. You don't. You don't. When you were a kid, you viewed mom as some sort of superhero or dad as some sort of X, Y, and Z. And you get grown and you realize that is still that same title. But the way that I listen to them, what I care about, that they talk about, the stuff I'm interested in, the things that I do with them, the stuff I don't, my ability to say no, walk away, don't engage, the boundaries I set. It is based on what I'm interested in now. The title never changed. That person has always been mom. But the dealings, perspective, and the view is completely different. I'm trying to help y'all free yourself. Free yourself. Let go of the remedial ass thinking that people in the world view you the way that you view you. It is very important for self-esteem and confidence that you have a sound sense of how you feel about yourself, how you view yourself, what you hold yourself to, what standard, what level, things that you are, ethically responsible for or morally, right? These are very important, but they only matter to you. People out in the world that are not you, we don't give a fuck. And even your own children and kin, it's the same thing, although you may not want it to be. Do y'all understand what I'm explaining? Just that simple. When you realize this, you will look about the world and realize it is a beautiful thing that people are allowed to have their own perspective, their own view, their own things that they're interested in. This is what keeps so many different industries and avenues of the world running. Because there are people that care about those industries, those avenues, those things when you don't care about them. There are some people that they give a fuck about healthcare and nursing and, you know, equal opportunities in regards to, you know, us just being able to go get seen when we're sick and we're ailed and we're, you know, not right or not healthy. And then there are people that they don't give a fuck about that. They care about the roads and the infrastructure and the buildings and the idea of being able to move around. And then there are people that they give a fuck about mental health and people being all right in regards to their spirituality and what's going on in their mind and psychologically. You don't take it personal once you realize it. That's the beautiful part about it. You realize I need people in this world, in my life, that views me and things differently so that we can all cover all areas of life that need to be worried about, because no one person cares about every area in life. No one person is up. Don't even got enough time in a day to dedicate a equal amount of time to all areas in life. You may need a one-on-one. Text the number in my bio, 678-965-0698. I have a Zoom tomorrow. Just helping people understand the concept of healing your mind. The Zoom is on healing. Text that same number, 678-965-0698, for you guys to come to grips with reality. You definitely can't expect you out of another. But you also can't expect the other person to view you how you view you. Some of y'all, this is your biggest problem. That's why you always arguing. That's why you always got an attitude. And then you got to think about it. Watch this. For those of y'all that keep an attitude, for those of y'all that you are bitter, you're bitter because, not because you're negative or you're just, you know, a bad person. You're bitter because you're tired. You're tired, right? You're tired because mentally you don't understand things from a realistic standpoint, a logical standpoint. You only understand it from an emotional perspective or a view of things should be aligned with how I feel in order for it to be the right thing. This is how, you know, y'all running yourself crazy, right? When you operate like this, right, you become attitude-ish, right? Because bitter shows up through attitude and energy, right? You start to not like people. It becomes easier and easier to just stop fucking with people, right? You start telling yourself you better off by yourself. Now, the problem is there is a natural part of every single human being's biology where we're wired for companionship and socializing. So when those natural urges come for you to socialize, you people please, because you don't know how to keep people around based on being pleasant, practical, logical in the world, building resources and relationships. You done, you know, set a certain energy, a certain tone with everybody through that fucking attitude from being bitter. So now you got to cook niggas excessive plates. You got to cook niggas excessive plates. You got to pay a bitch bills. You got to do all this extra ass shit, right? In order for you to actually have those moments of social calm. The moments where you fulfill that space of like, hey, I want to be around somebody, right? Then a lot of y'all, you fight this and then you end up with depression. You know what I mean? You go in a space of, you know, I am now lonely, but I'm not going to call it lonely. I'm going to call it my single season where I'm working on myself, but you ain't actually doing no work. You just sitting at home. And then, you know, you still have that, again, those natural urges of socializing and wanting to, you know, mix with another human being. And a lot of y'all, the easiest way for you to get this is to fuck. So this is why a lot of y'all go hypersexual, right? You end up in a space where you don't got no niggas or bitches that you actually have meaningful relationships with, but you got a lot of niggas in your phone, or that nigga, or a couple niggas that you will text late night to pull up and fuck, right? You lure them over with them plates of food you cook. That's all you got to give because your personality is bitter, right? Your attitude is, you're negative. So no one's coming up to sit up with you and just spend casual time because you're not attractive to be around, because you have a fucked up viewpoint about how things work and you done ran yourself bitter. A lot of y'all niggas, you got to pull up and offer a bitch some money or do some lame ass nigga shit to try to get the bitch to deal with you because you're bitter. And so your normal everyday personality, nobody don't want to be fucked off with you because you're too controlling of the mind. You go around and you believe that you got to control the bitch view of you when she's allowed to be herself, my guy. She's allowed to view you from whatever space of interest and beliefs she has in her. That is her right, right? These are boundaries. Y'all want to infiltrate a bitch mind and be the puppet master. And when you realize you can't, you throw temper tantrums, right? And once you do that enough and you realize it still doesn't change the way the world works, now you become bitter. And you know, we in the day and age where niggas is so lost coming from these weird single mother-headed households. They will say, I love her attitude ass, her mean ass. She's so fine with her mean. Long as your ass fat and the pussy wet, a nigga will sit there and make you believe that this behavior is okay. That's why it's a lot of niggas that's with some weird ass, bitter ass, lame ass bitches, but they told themselves because bae fine and she can cook. Thumbs up. But in regards to life and progression, you and this bitch is going nowhere. Nowhere. And it be the same for niggas. You done sat your ass up and you in a space now where, you know, you got some females where they tolerate that. As long as you paying for some shit, right? You licking the clitoris the right way to where she nuts, she will follow your weird ass around, right? For decades, believing that y'all building something and you're going nowhere fast. Just looking at y'all like y'all looking at me. And y'all know what I'm talking about. Because a lot of y'all, you in it. You are this person. Get away from these motherfucking titles and shit. And be real with yourself. I need to find people that are interest aligned. Not find people and try to control or manipulate them into being interested in me. That's why the relationships don't be working. Get with somebody that the things that y'all deem valuable actually match. The stuff that y'all interested in, it aligns. Weird ass bitches. Weird ass niggas. This is why y'all attachment styles be fucked up. Every time you need your fix on socializing or interacting or mixing and mingling or that space to fulfill your yearning for intimacy, you got to go people please to get a nigga over there. Just looking at y'all like y'all looking at me. When I come on this bitch, I'm always going to drop facts. Free yourself. Free yourself. Grow yourself up. All that goddamn great value food is not going to change that this shit is a fact. Do y'all understand what I'm explaining? The motherfucking interests have to align. It'll get you fucked every time. Paying a bitch bills, get you some pussy every time. Cooking that nigga some of them great value meals and sashaying around there with your booty cheeks out. It will get you fucked every time. It will get you that false sense of I'm in a relationship or I'm in companionship. When you look at life, right? And you see, right, that you don't get time back, right? And you realize that I have to understand the way the world works with economics, with family advancement, with the point of unifying with people that are allowed to view things different so that we can grow from a space of well-roundedness. When you realize, like, I have to attract people that are of value in order to actually progress in life. In order for me to actually, you know, be valued, I have to contribute from a meaningful space. Because anybody can fuck and cook that great value food. Y'all understand what I'm explaining? Everybody don't give a fuck about what you give a fuck about. Everybody is not going to view you the way that you view you. Everybody is not going to turn a blind eye to the fact that you slow, dumb, po, sick, tired, bitter, attitudish, shed in, lame, weird, lost. Everybody's not going to do that. Y'all got them one or two people in your life, and then some of y'all, your family know you slow, so they all kind of like, oh, no, y'all know she kind of crazy. Y'all just leave her alone. Y'all leave him alone. Y'all know he been like that since he was little. All of us are not going to do that. They're not. Might be a couple people in your family, or you might got, you know, where the opinion leader in your family got most of the family, you know, in this unwritten agreement that we ain't gonna mess with her. Y'all don't confront her too much. Don't tell her the truth about what's going on. Y'all know how she get. We ain't finna y'all know how she get. Y'all understand? Everybody in the world is not gonna give you a pass for your fucking handicaps. The fact that you were slow in school, or that you can't get right with your finances, or that you don't really contribute much to the family unit besides the fact that you feel you mama or you daddy and you do some sort of respect that you ain't gonna get. They might play in your face and let you slide when you act retarded, because of course when people slow, that's what people do. You give them a little pass. Like they might do that in your face, but every bit of behind your back, right? And for those of us that don't give a fuck, right? We're not interested in the shit you're interested in. You're interested in keeping things aligned so you feel good. For those of us that we don't give a fuck about that, bitch, we will tell you every day you're dumb, you're slow, you ain't doing well with them kids, you're not on the right track with this, you are not doing well financially, sir, your bitch dumb. My nigga, y'all gotta do something more than lay up and do that. Hey, those video games aren't gonna pay the bills. Like, there are a lot of us, we don't give a fuck that your feelings feel some type of way when we tell the truth, because we're not interested in what you're interested in. This is the way the world works, and this is why some of y'all are having a very difficult time. You believe people are hating on you. You believe people don't like you. You believe that people are doing stuff to you, but really you're doing it to yourself emotionally, walking around believing that people are supposed to view you the way you view you. Ma'am, I think you slow. Sir, I think you dumb. You might think I'm dumb. I'm okay with that. You're just not okay that I don't like the fact that you are the way you are, and I don't want to fuck with you. So no, I don't want to meet you, don't want to talk to you, don't want to hang out with you, don't care about the things that you care about. And guess what? You should be okay with that. Do y'all understand what I'm explaining? This is the way the world works, even for me. The world does not operate off of what you think and what you feel. People are moving about this bitch, and they are moving and respecting and caring about what they're interested in. What they're interested in is based on their beliefs and what they're attracted to. That shit comes from their paradigms, the stuff in their subconscious mind that determines how they view life. Even outside of their view, the world still works the way it works because it's made up of all these different people. Some of y'all, your upbringing was a disaster because it did not prepare you for this. Your upbringing taught you to work a job. Your upbringing taught you to pay bills. You might even did a little college or a lot of college. You might got degrees in certain titles. It does not change the facts about what I'm saying with the way that the world works. Some of y'all, you were not adequately prepped for adult, grown life. And you in it. You in this adult life and you're not grown. And it's whooping your ass mentally. You're bitter. You're angry. You have a false sense of people hating on you. You believe that you have these big issues or beefs with people. But guess what? The people just don't give a fuck about you. The people is just not going to pacify you like your mammy did. The people are not going to give you the grace or the space like some of the people that grew up with you are doing. Some of us, we don't give a fuck. Contrary to what the average person believes, it's a dog-eat-dog motherfucking world. Half the time, the bag wins, or the person with the most sits, or the person with the most resources. The person that knows somebody that can pull a string for them if they don't got more money than the other person involved. It's about who got the evidence. It's about who got the upper hand. It's about who has the intellect. A lot of the shit that y'all worried about, that ain't what life about. And you're sad, and you're bitter, and you're hurt, and you're bothered, and you're beefing, and you're posting, and you're crying, and you're lying, and you're texting, and you're emailing, and you're calling, and you're blocking, and you're jumping, and you're running, and you're fighting. And things are still going to be the same. Some people ain't gonna fuck with you. Some people don't want to be fucked off with you. Some people feel like you ain't shit, even if you is shit, and they're allowed to feel that way. If you're raising children, teach them every bit of this. Your child will be above average psychologically, because half these motherfuckers raising their children to believe If he don't buy your brother something, then you don't supposed to take it neither. Both of y'all got to have the same thing. They better treat y'all fairly. That's not right. Don't let nobody talk about your mama. Don't let nobody do this. Don't let them view you this way. Don't let them tell you this. Truth be told, when you get grown in the world, people will tell you stuff all the time that you don't want to fucking hear. People will try you, talk about your mama, do this, and a lot of times you can't do shit about it unless you want to go do a sentence, unless you want to go up the road. Some things you will have to let slide. Life will not be fair. There will be lots of kids getting things that you're not going to get. Some people were born into money and resources and statue. Some people have access to stuff that you ain't going to never have access to. Contrary to what you believe, right? That your mother taught you or that y'all are teaching y'all children, it don't align with the way the world works. And then some of y'all, this is such a struggle because you weren't raised to understand this. So you grown, raising kids, believing things have to be fair. When you grown, you realize shit 99% of the time do not be fucking fair. Some of those 99% of the times, I be the one getting over. And sometimes I be the one getting over on. Sometimes things work out in my favor a lot. Sometimes they work out a little bit. Sometimes they break even. Sometimes I do right by people and they do wrong by me. Sometimes I do everything wrong and the person still be doing right by me. Sometimes I lied and they believed it. Sometimes I lied, they didn't believe none of that shit. Sometimes a motherfucker may tell me a lie and I believe it. Sometimes a bitch try to tell me a lie. I know that shit a lie when you tell me and I laugh and smile and just peep shit. Sometimes you tell me a lie and I call that shit out and we fight or we beef or we fall out. Life is a fucking salad. It's a mixture. You fucking right. You better find your balance and sit your ass down somewhere. Or don't sit down. Just be on your own journey because you can't control somebody else's. Trying to help y'all. Free yourself. Stop with these fake beefs. Stop with these lies y'all telling y'all self. Like, it's literally a lot of y'all, you feel like it's you against the world and the world ain't thinking about your ass. You the only one thinking about you. But you believe it's so many people against you. But that's only because you believe they're supposed to believe what you believe about yourself. Process that. You believe that they're supposed to believe exactly what you believe about yourself. And because they don't, you think y'all beefing. Because they don't want to talk to you or view you or meet you or interact with you the way that you would like them to. Because they don't show interest in the things that you feel are valuable. Because they don't mix or move about the circle or the world the way you would like them to. You believe there's a problem. But really, you got a problem with yourself. It is a battle in your own mind. You're at war with your own logic versus your feelings. You fucked up, my guy. It is a lot to unpack. It 100% is a lot to unpack. So I have a Zoom tomorrow, right? And I also have a book club meeting. So shout out to my book club. Anybody that's in my book club, we meet tomorrow. Y'all know from January to April, it's all about money. Y'all know I done laced y'all up with credit, with mortgage loans, with multiple streams of income, with how to make money online. We got so much more to come. By the end of April, y'all bitches better have a bag or I'm going to be on your ass. And y'all know when I say I'm going to be on your ass, I'm going to be on your ass. But shout out to my book club. Tomorrow I have a Zoom though. You can text 678-965-0698. Some of y'all, you may need a one-on-one phone call, a personal call with me to help you unpack what you may have been triggered by on this particular live. You can text 678-965-0698. Some of y'all are realizing from sitting through this live that you don't like me. That's okay. I'm one of those grown people. I don't actually give a fuck. There is a block button that you can hit on your page where you may never see stuff from my personal page ever again. Now, because life isn't fair, when you block me, I go viral often. So you may see, right, a good percentage of my content show up elsewhere because there are a lot of people that feel differently than you do about me, regardless of how I feel about me, which is the exact point of this video. Some of you guys are interested in being in my mentorship program. DM me, just shoot me a DM and I'll send you the information. But understand, none of these things are free. There is nothing on this platform besides the game you get off this live where I'm on your ass that comes for free. Everything else costs money. So it is going to be difficult to keep up, be in my book club, book a one-on-one, get in a Zoom, or be a part of my mentorship program if you broke and fucked up, right? The good thing is when you do find the space to spend bread on you know, growing your mind, I will help you grow your finances even more. A lot of the people in my book club will tell you, just within these past 30 days, they've been able to access 100,000, 150,000, 200,000, because all of my resources become their resources once we mix. This is the value, right, in being grown. For those of y'all that's been sharing all my content wholeheartedly, I fuck with y'all. With that being said, I'm finna vibe out. This song drops soon, too. It's my shit.
MLK, he's on deck now. Hood rich bitch, hood rich.
DJ New Era, man. The kid.
Real nigga radio.
No. When you worth a ticket and still chasing the sack. The hate hit different when it comes from someone you love. Money never hated on me like you so-called real niggas do.
The number is in my bio, ma'am. Just text the number in my bio.
First nigga put turtles in the hood. Blood from the first nigga blowing on good. White out black, but I fuck with the wood. I'm a open boy, make shit a little easy. Shows y'all words till misunderstood. Why we little boy acting like they don't need me? This is the main reason why we getting cooked. I ain't no tool, I'ma go and do it. My name in your mouth, yeah, go and chew it. I was in the trap house with your bitch, better break up. Say no marriage, I already ruined. I'm home around now with a new nigga, my way get some money around now with the music. Woman standing in the mirror with a blue do-rag, cause a little crook. Now we all win Louis. Yeah. What you know about roaches in the kitchen? Sleeping on pump bed, got a nigga hidden. Praying all night cause a nigga about to wrist. Blood in the other room, breaking down the pound house. Trying to eat drop, what's the math on the ticket? Brandon fucked up, brother going back to prison. Running through the bridges, me and Lil Willie. Bitches from the hood, just like me, bro. Sit around crying, tripping, ain't doing nothing to fix it. Little nigga fucking up the dope, going too slow. Gotta move you home where you with. Home with the trust, these niggas around here. When you get a little something, nigga get the switch. Home with the fuck, these niggas around here. I got a meal ticket, wanna do it like Rick. Ride around with a gas mask and a chop all day, cause one of these niggas won't smoke. Run around with 100 rounds, we gon' gun it down. One of these little bitches gon' go. You gon' play games, we gon' turn you to a hang. We gon' put you on a t-shirt for show. Home phone straight, running to me, then it's dang. It's all you little niggas need to know. Ooh, what? First nigga put turtles in the hood. Blood from the first nigga blowing on good. White out black, but I fuck with the wood. I'm a open boy, make shit a little easy. Shows you all words till misunderstood. Why we little boy acting like they don't need me? This is the main reason why we getting cooked. Ain't no tool, I'ma go and do it. My name in your mouth, yeah, go and chew it. I was in the trap house with your bitch, better break up, say no marriage, I already ruined. I'm home around now with a new nigga, my way get some money around now with the music. Woman standing in the mirror with a blue do.
Y'all know that's my shit. If you're trying to get in the book club, just DM me. That's all you gotta do. Is just DM me. DM me. Love. True story. Love. Tell them how I held you down. Don't leave nothing out. Tell them every up and down. Nigga, don't twist the plot. Stop all that capping on the gram. You know what it's by. You think cause I'm a good girl, I won't add I. Nigga, you struggle plenty days, I'm who held it down. That's why I spaz when you cheated, bring your bitches round. Accusing me, guilty conscience, brought your dirt round. And tell your sister I said, fuck it, don't bring that bitch round. Messy Mary and she scared I should've slapped her down. And your mama money hungry, that's what keep you down. You ain't gon' tell how you fail, just the shit you think you found. If you think I'm that bad, why the fuck you stayed around? A real clown narcissist, if you ask me. Cause you ain't love but wanted love like you was old me. You could play the mind games with the old me, but now I'm different, try me now, nigga, blasphemy. Sick of this shit when I ain't around, you got a lot to say. If you gon' tell the fucking story, tell it the right way. Sick of this shit when I ain't around, you got a lot to say. If you gon' tell the fucking story, tell it the right way. Sick of this shit when I ain't around, you got a lot to say. If you gon' tell the fucking story, tell it the right way. If you gon' tell the fucking story, tell the right way.
I hate the fact I fell for you, babe. Feel like nigga dying inside, but I'm straight. I ain't drinking shit off on one bum bed. Can't feel like Tony Highlight, I'm great. Ooh, damn, can't let you play me on the real deal. I fell in love when I see real tears. Had to go meditate 10 days, had to do it all without you. Had to give back my ego, so I let down my roof. Instead of counting niggas you fuck on, count on my loot. I might play crazy, but I ain't done, so every time I knew. That's why every time I got away from you, that's why every time I grew. It'll start good, then end bad, do every time I choose. Yeah.
Sick of this shit when I ain't around, you got a lot to say. If you gon' tell the fucking story, tell the right way. Sick of this shit when I ain't around, you got a lot to say. If you gon' tell the fucking story, tell the right way. Sick of this shit when I ain't fucking story, tell the right way. If you gon' tell the fucking story, tell the right way. Text the number in my bio, 678-965-0698. Chase the knowledge like the bag, now I'm game changing. Put this pussy on the real niggas, life changing. He see the world through the eyes of a prophet. Realize them ex-hoes ain't got shit. Flex hoes, stop blows, this Florida living. Fell in love with big love, it been a given. Used to wanna kill the ops, greatest they forgive them. A good woman make a man spell a lot of niggas. I done had him take his hand off the Glock trigger. I done had him take a stance towards a better living. The river flows as far as it goes, keep living. Real love make a thug nigga keep giving. He was lost, I found him, now we living. Praying prayers with a bad bitch, keep driven. So tired to tie hoes, it weigh you down. Broken bitches plant seeds, that'll tear you down. Them single mama minded hoes trying to bring us down. I triggered demons out his life when he brought me round. He bring that demon out his wife when he put it down. Solid nigga suppressed by hood curses. Made it out, it made him mad, now they hurt, bitch. Be his peace, submit your heart, give him good head. Make his house a home and stomach well fed. Shit a breeze, finger freeze, he got on his knees. This that solid bond shit, no insecurities. He was lost, I found him, now we living. Praying prayers with a bad bitch, he driven. Bonded in the morning. Real nigga, real bitch. Solid when it's storming. Happy back getting rich. Face the world, it's a new day. 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 Text the number in my bio, 678-965-0698. You can book a one-on-one. You can get in a Zoom. DM me if you're trying to get in my book club or you're trying to be in my mentorship program. Y'all know them hits come back to back. Y'all make sure y'all go on Apple Music, Spotify, you know, iTunes, wherever you listen to music at, and download. Shit always glass over here. And let me tell y'all this before I get off of here. These lives gonna come harder and harder and harder. So for those of y'all that hate to see me live, I don't know what to tell you. Because the next one gonna be harder than this one. The next time you see Instagram alert you that bitch live, you better know. It's finna sting a little bit more than the last time it stung. She gonna go in a little bit harder than the last time she went in. Oh, and a little, you know, from my lips to y'all ears, just put a little bug out there. You will see me on TV soon. Bye, y'all.